Jones Show. Sorry for the camera to be bouncing the way it is. I'm actually driving right now. My name is Eric Jones, the Highway Cowboy. Bringing you a new episode today. This is episode 3. And yeah, so I was paying attention to the news this morning. And I just want to take a few moments, first of all, to offer my condolences to the Warm Beer family for the loss of their son, Otto Warm Beer. So, just a little background information. This young man was in North Korea, and apparently he was sentenced, or he served 18 months in a North Korean prison for tearing down a sign of propaganda. While he was in prison, he suffered brutal torture that eventually claimed his life when he arrived back here in the States. It's no doubt in my mind that North Korea are a terrorist nation. This young man did not deserve the treatment that he received while in their prison. Unfortunately, this is the type of people that are threatening the freedoms of the United States of America. Again, my condolences to the Warm Beer family. In other news, it seems that this protest that we have going on with the American flag and the patriotism of the U.S. is being threatened. We're a country divided right now. Whites, blacks, Hispanic, what have you. It appears to me that the feuding has greatly increased. Now, I'm not saying feuding is to the point that we're killing each other, but when you have someone that has a great influence, such as the National Football League, their sports teams, and their players who are kneeling, or better yet, not even coming out to the field for the national anthem. There was a panel this morning on Fox News. I watch Fox and Friends in the mornings before I get started on my routes. And they were discussing whether or not what they did was right. Now, I'm going to put it to you like this. If you come out and you're standing in the sidelines and you link your arms together and you take a knee, but you stand back up and you cover your heart when the flag is unfurled and the singing of the national anthem begins, that's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with are the ones that don't even come out for the national anthem or the presenting of the colors, or the ones that sing the national anthem stop just short of completing it due to whatever, okay? Those are the ones that I have the problems with, okay? I'm going to try to stabilize this camera as much as possible here. Let's see. as Americans supposed to handle the way that these sports teams are treating our country? Well, I, for one, am boycotting all sports that encourage un-American activities. Okay? Now, the race card has got to go. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, Middle Eastern. It doesn't matter. It does not matter, okay? And the reason I say that is because far too often, these are being used as reasons to fight each other, okay? There is no reason to fight each other, not on our home soil. Now, if another country comes in and tries to attack us, absolutely fight that other country. But we need to stop fighting amongst ourselves. In the Bible, we understand it to say that a house divided cannot stand, okay? If we have essentially a racial civil war going on in our country, how can we stand to battle our foreign enemies? Now, back in 2000, I joined the U.S. military. I joined the United States Navy. And one of the oaths that I pledged, even though I'm not in the military today, one of the oaths that I pledged was to protect this country and its standards against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Which means anybody who turns their back on our country, I'm supposed to stand up against. And I will. That's why I'm making this video. That's why I made my video yesterday. This is still something that I feel very strongly about. I'm a very patriotic person when it comes to my country, okay? How dare you claim to be a United States citizen and turn your back on your country? It is not right. Okay? That you choose your team or your country. Choose your team last. Your country should always come first. At the Steelers game, you have a gentleman standing at the end of the tunnel, an Army Ranger, placed his hand over his heart, and that was very commendable. I applauded him for that. But then, in a press conference today, or yesterday evening, or whatever it was, he goes and apologizes for his actions. Not his team's actions, but his actions. Saying that he should have stayed in there with his team. It's un-American. I had so much joy just to see you stand out there, to salute your nation, to show love and patriotism for your country, and then you go back on it. That's disgraceful. That is disgraceful. And since you are military, that's even worse. That is even worse. So this video is mainly for you, or this section of the video is mainly for you. Okay? We have bigger things that we should be fighting for and taking care of than turning our backs on our country. I don't mean to yell and I don't mean to get upset, but I'm a red-blooded American. always come first. If my President Trump, come to me and said, Mr. Jones, I need you to stop your videos, I'd stop my videos in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Because I'm doing what my president, my country has requested of me. We live in a country that gives us the freedoms that we hold dear, that we enjoy the most. We have a right to live without persecution. And I, for one, am happy to live in a country like that. But moving on. Moving on. We're getting geared up for the fall turkey season. It opened up for archery, but I'm not going to do archery this year. I don't think. I might. I don't know. But I'm waiting for shotgun season to open up. And as soon as shotgun opens up, I'm in the woods, baby. I'm in the woods. That being said, I decided to go on eBay and place an order for a couple of new calls. And I was excited to see that they had already made it from their origins in Baltimore, Maryland, and I can't remember where at, Virginia. Chester, Virginia, I think. They'd already made it from there to my hometown in Fairview, Tennessee. And I was thrilled. What discouraged me was the fact that these two calls were not even attempted to be delivered. Okay, so I call the post office. Hey, post office lady. There's a lady that answered the phone. Hey, post office lady. So my name is Eric Jones. I made an order for a couple of packages that were supposed to be delivered. I'm showing that the attempt was unsuccessful, or there was no safe place to leave packages. Okay, I can understand that, but when she went back to check, the packages were at the post office. Okay, the attempt was at 8:20 a.m. The time of the call was 8:39 a.m. 20 minutes, roughly 20 minutes from the attempted delivery, okay? Now let me explain to you about the distance that you would have to drive to deliver these packages, okay? Number one, the postal carrier on our route probably doesn't end her route until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Point one. Point number two. At 8:20 in the morning, if she had attempted to deliver said packages, and they were still at the post office when I called, or they were at the post office when I called at 8:39, roughly 20 minutes, then that means she had to have attempted to deliver, turned around, and went back to the post office to drop them off. Plausible, but I doubt it, because it would take approximately almost 10 minutes to make the round trip. So I knew that these packages never even left the post office. So I asked, hey, why wasn't it even left on the cardboard? You know, we've had UPS leave packages, we've had DHL leave packages, we've had FedEx leave packages. What's the deal? What's the deal? Directly quoting, apparently, the mail carrier deemed our driveway unsafe to deliver said packages to the door. Explain that one to me, please. Well, she would have to pull into the driveway, go up to the door, deliver the package, then come back out and turn back out to continue straight on onto her route. And she says that the driveway is oriented in a position that she can't turn left. All right. So let me just say this. I don't know how the mail is carried where you are, where you may be viewing this, but where I'm at, our mail carriers drive four-wheel drive Jeeps. I drive a 2005 Ford Expedition. I can turn out of that driveway left or right without any problems. I do it all the time. So, how is it I can do it in a larger vehicle and the mail carrier cannot? That's my question. How? How can I do it and the mail carrier can't? You want to know my theory on it? The mail carrier does not want to get out of her comfy little seat and go up to the door and leave the packages. No. If she can't fit whatever it is inside the mailbox, and she can tell, and she knows what size the mailbox is, if she feels that she cannot put these packages into the mailbox, she don't deliver them. I myself, being a professional truck driver, cannot make it home in time to get to the post office to pick up my packages. My wife cannot get home in time to pick up our packages. After they sit at our post office for, I think it's 3 days, the packages get returned to sender. Now, my argument is this. Let's say something happens to me, like happened just a few years ago. I had a staph infection that settled in my pelvis. I couldn't walk, number one. Number two, I had a PICC line inserted into my arm, which went straight to my heart. And I had to have intravenous medication sent directly to my heart to fight the infection. My medicine came by way of USPS at my old house, where they would stop on the side of the road, take the medicine, come up to the door, knock on the door, give me my medicine, allow me to sign for it, walk back out to their vehicle, and leave. Okay? So, let's say same scenario, living where I'm at now, and it's a possibility that I could get sicker. I may run out of my medicine, and I may not have it. So, I now have to climb out of my deathbed, because it could be something that could be life-threatening. May have to climb out of my deathbed, climb into my vehicle, go down to the post office, pick up my medication, go back home before I can take my medicine. All because why? The postal carrier doesn't want to go up my driveway. on, guys. Let's get real. Let's get real. Just admit it. You're lazy and you don't want to do it. That's fine. Just say that. If you say that, we're cool. I'll deal with it. I promise. But if you're not gonna deliver my packages, had a little bit of stutter in there. If you're not gonna deliver my packages, what's the point of even delivering the mail? My personal opinion, let's do away with USPS. We can take the money from those wages, redistribute that over to our national debt, and clean that crap up. Let's privatize the postal service into the same carriers, UPS, DHL, FedEx, and be done with USPS altogether. Okay? That's my rant for today. I want to know what you think. If you've had similar instances where the mail carriers would not come to your door to deliver your packages, or wouldn't even load them in their vehicles to be delivered, refusing to deliver your packages, I want to know. I want to know what you want to do about it. If you have a petition you won't sign, I'll sign your petition. Because this is a federal agency. Okay? This isn't just a local thing. This is a federal agency. Okay? We can fight this on a federal level. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get something taken care of today. Let's stop with the hate. Let's stop with the anti-American. Let's stop the post office from not doing their job. Let's force them to do what they're all supposed to do. Let's have a greater tomorrow. That's all the time we have for the show today. My name's Eric Jones. I want to thank you for tuning in to the Eric Jones Show, and I hope you have a great